So the fallout from the Will Smith slap at the Oscars continues. I know you all are probably saying another story. Well, it's worth talking about. Not only has Will Smith apologized and has resigned from the Academy, now they're saying over at Netflix, the movie that he was supposed to start production on has been put on hold, and Bad Boys 4 is also put on hold. Welcome back to the Kempire Daily YouTube channel, where you get daily and consistent hot topics in music, entertainment, reality TV, and so much more. As always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. So if you've been under a rock, it's been officially a week since the slap heard around the world at the Oscars, where Will Smith went up on stage at the Oscars and slapped Chris Rock for making a joke about his wife, Jada Pinkett Smith. Since then, there have been so many opinions from celebrities everywhere that have shared their thoughts, and content creators that have shared their thoughts on this Will Smith and Chris Rock situation. Chris Rock still has not really broken his silence, besides talking about it a little bit during his tour, which is selling out. He says he is still processing the situation. But someone pointed out something to me that I thought was important to mention. A really important thing. During the pandemic in 2020, Chris Rock came out and was very open about being diagnosed late in his life with having nonverbal learning disorder. I completely forgot about this particular instance. I know some of you are saying, okay, so what does that have to do with this situation? Well, it might explain his reaction in the moment. You remember I saying he's from New York. Why didn't he pivot and think? It might have been just because of a nonverbal learning disorder. I know a lot of people made jokes about him getting this diagnosis at this point in his life and saying, oh, this is just an excuse for some of the things that he's done over the years. But just quickly, let me just explain to you what that is. So nonverbal learning disorder is similar to autism and Asperger's. People with nonverbal learning disorder just struggle with spatial learning and social cues. People with non-learning verbal disorder have strengths in vocabulary and verbal skills. According to the Nonverbal Learning Disorder Project, there are some things people with this disorder have trouble with. That's motor skills, such as using scissors or tying shoelaces, social awareness, being able to stay focused, reading social cues, reading comprehension, and word problems for math, handwriting, lack of common sense. You also may recall when we were reporting on this story, the producers had no idea that Chris Rock was going to tell this joke. That was not in the prompter. That might be part of the reason why he didn't go by the jokes in his prompter, and that he felt better just going off the cuff. Something to think about. You know, we're not an expert in these areas, but I felt like that's an important thing to pay attention to when we think about some of what's happening here. And some of what's happening here, as you know, Will Smith has released an apology to not just to the Academy and his nominees, but to Chris Rock and his family. And he has resigned from being a part of the Academy. This was because we hear that he was warned that the Academy, one of their consequences more than likely would be he would be banned from the Academy for 10 years. Well, now more is happening with Will Smith. We heard overnight that the next Netflix movie that he was going to start working on has been put on pause. But that's not the worst part. I'm sorry, y'all. The worst part for me is that now they're talking about putting Bad Boys 4 on hold. Now we have to suffer.
Oh, you was getting smart.
Okay, I'm trying to make light of this situation, y'all. But let me read what Rolling Stone is reporting on this. Because I heard about the Netflix thing, and then I heard about Bad Boys 4. I said, oh, hell to the no, Will.
I do not have time for this.
It would be interesting to hear Martin Lawrence's perspective on this. I've heard some things that are being said, because Martin Lawrence is a comedian. So it really sort of like this battle between comedians and actors right now. Martin Lawrence is a comedian, but he's also good friends with Will Smith. And they've just had a hugely successful movie in Bad Boys 3, which was really good. So this is what Rolling Stone is reporting. It said, a pair of upcoming Will Smith projects have reportedly been paused in the aftermath of him slapping Chris Rock at the Academy Awards. The Hollywood Reporter revealed Saturday that pre-production on Smith's starring Netflix action film Fast and Loose has stalled following the infamous incident at the Oscars. Prior to the slap, though, the film's director, David Leitch, dropped off the project, and while the streaming service initially sought another filmmaker to take over immediately, Fast and Loose has instead been put on the back burner. I feel there are so many articles that will spin all of this, guys, and they won't give you those other little details that the film did lose a director, so it was sort of in limbo already. So I think it's important. You know, I try to be as transparent as possible. But let's move on so we can get to Bad Boys 4 and what's happening to our movie. Damn you, Will. So additionally, they say Smith was reportedly given 40 pages of the script for an upcoming fourth installment to the Bad Boys franchise. But Sony, too, has opted to bench that blockbuster from active development. As for now, Smith's next starring role is in the film Emancipation, where the actor portrays a runaway slave whose journey through Louisiana's swamps to escape plantation owners. That Antoine Fuqua directed movie. And if you know Antoine Fuqua, and I'm not talking about his directing, the last time we reported on him in pop culture, he was photographed kissing Nicole Murphy. He's a married man. He's married to Layla Rashawn. We don't forget. Everybody can get it. Just say it. So that Antoine Fuqua directed movie, currently in post-production, was scheduled to premiere on Apple TV Plus in 2022, but no release date has been set yet. Also, Rolling Stone is reporting, according to IMDb, Smith is in the role of producer, still has plenty of projects on the horizon in various states of development, but the fate of those films and TV shows is now in flux following the fallout of Smith's infamous Oscar moment. Well, I think those projects might move forward just because he's not in our face. He's in the role of producer. However, as I always tell you, celebrities, just give it a minute. Don't do anything. Don't say anything. Stay undercover. We hear that Will Smith is going into therapy. Some people have called it rehab. No confirmation on any of that. I think the public has become so desensitized to what these actors and celebrities do in order for us to feel like they're trying to save their career or move forward. Hopefully he really is getting some sort of help for whatever might be going on with him. And this is not just a publicity move, but I'm just mad about Bad Boys 4. I know it's selfish and this is wrong, but can we be honest? I know you're mad too. Now our Bad Boys 4, Martin Lawrence is mad. That's a good check. Unless they decide to go in a different direction. Do you want to see them go in a different direction? Maybe launch the careers of our future action heroes and comedians? You never know. Do I think that Will Smith's career is over? I really don't. I really don't. But we have to remember something. We witnessed the crime. I'm just saying, no matter if you feel he was defending his wife, we still witnessed a crime. Defending your wife doesn't mean that you won't get arrested for doing something like that. And from what we hear, he almost did get arrested. The LAPD was on site. There's a lot of he said, she said going on right now, but we're going to continue to follow this story as much as we can. As much as we can. We're not going to cover every nitty gritty celebrity that wants to weigh in. I see Bill Maher just said something. We just had Tony Rock say something, but I understood why he had to say something. That's his brother. Just saying. Guys, as always, are you just as disappointed as I am about Bad Boys 4 being put on hold? What do you think will be next? Let's continue the conversation below. And as always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. Thanks for watching.